Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of Ta1k podcast. And on this podcast, we spell talk with the one instead of an L because on this podcast, we always keep it 100. All right, let's get into it today. Y'all already know my name, Zay for Life, your host, as always. I am going to have some special guests coming in the next couple of weeks. For sure, next week, I'm going to have somebody, probably going to be 3 consecutive weeks of having guests. I don't know yet. You know, things change, plans change. We're still regular people until this shit pops off. But until then, just bear with me. Love the episodes. Tell me how you guys like that little episode I did last week, episode 15. It was summer vacation. Basically did a small episode because I was out of town. I still brought my equipment. I still tried to get a little episode in. I was going to film at the Airbnb where we was at, but I thought it would be a good idea to actually be on the beach, show y'all I'm on vacation with my family, and I had my wife on, okay? Now, that was only part 1 with my wife, okay? We're going to have a part 2. I will not let you know when that episode will be. It will be mostly a surprise. But that was part 1. Part 1 of the couples retreat. Part 1 of the couples talk. Okay, so we're gonna have a part 2. If you didn't catch the episode, stop right now and go check out that episode. The episode was pretty cool, pretty fire. Even though it was like a shorter episode, we still touch up on a lot. Actually. For that episode. So I advise y'all to go check out that episode. It's pretty good. It's pretty nice. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in to not only that episode and all the other episodes. Thanks for rocking with me, period. Okay. All social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. Like, we're on all social media, so thank you guys for following us and staying in the loop, giving us the likes, giving us the shares, giving us the comments. We need it all. Like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube, and thank you guys for supporting on Spotify. Even the few that has been listening, I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much. Now, as you guys can see, I have on the generals, the captain, the America, whatever y'all want to call them. LeBron James, congratulations to LeBron James and all of the basketball, Team USA basketball participants. You guys rocked. You guys killed it. The only games I can say that I seen struggle were with South Sudan and Serbia. Now, I mean, that last gold medal game versus France, that was kind of it was a little head scratchy, but I think we kept the margin big enough that I wasn't worried, but it still was times where knowing how basketball works now, it don't take but 3 shots to get back in the game, basically. Even if you're down 10, if you're down 12, whatever it is, it takes really 3 shots. And those 3 shots can be 3 threes, 2 threes and a 2, 3 twos, 2 twos and 1 3. It don't matter what it is. 3 shots always get the momentum going. Okay, so I was kind of scared a little bit. I was more scared of the Serbia game, but I was scared for the French game, especially that France, you had home court advantage basically, and that was tough. That was tough. People trying to trip on Victor Wembanyama crying like, dude, you had a once in a lifetime opportunity. Like, we don't know the next time that Paris is going to host the Olympics. They can host the Olympics. And Victor Wembanyama, this can be like 20 years down the road, and Victor Wembanyama is already out of the league. You know what I'm saying? So this was like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. And, he didn't get it done for the gold, but you got silver, which is, in my opinion, any medal you get in the Olympics is great, if you ask me. Because I know people going to say we don't do bronze or this and that. People laugh at people for getting a bronze medal. Like, getting a bronze medal, let me know how many medals you got. Have you ever been invited to the Olympics? Like, this is... I won't lie. Now, sometimes I do clown a lot of people that participate in the Olympics that are dead last, and I do say some jokes like, you've trained 4 years to come in dead last. It's crazy. And I might talk shit, but at the same time, I do understand the dedication that you got to put into it, the work. And so I appreciate them. I appreciate all the participants. But definitely Team USA basketball, we was lit. Okay, throughout the episode, y'all going to see me change jerseys 2 times because I got on 3-headed monster jerseys. Okay, if y'all know the 3-headed monsters, then y'all know exactly the jerseys y'all going to be seeing throughout this episode. Okay. I'm gonna talk about a little bit of NFL because NFL is officially back. Okay, officially back. Okay, I watched last night the Tennessee Titans preseason game. We look good. Okay, I'm excited. I watched a couple of more games. I saw the Tampa Bay game. Who was they playing? I forgot who Tampa Bay was playing, but that was a good game. I saw the Browns and Packers play. That Jordan Love has not lost a step. Jameis Winston is easily the fun. I'd say Jameis Winston is probably like, if not the funniest, like top three funniest personalities in the league. That dude is hilarious. All right, so we're gonna get into that. Basketball for sure. Talking about next year. Since the Olympics is over, today was the last day. Shout out to Team USA Women's too, capturing the gold. Isn't it crazy? Shout out to France though. France, the men and women's French team being in the gold medal game in Paris is crazy, and that is like cool. If in my opinion, that's like real cool. Like you don't see that a lot, and so to everybody who was from France that competed, track and field, basketball, breakdancing or breaking, all of the events that happened. Shout out to you guys if you took home a medal. Shout out for participating. It's already hard to get there out of hundreds and thousands of people that's trying to compete, and you can only pick 10 spots for people to compete. It's good that you guys made that cut, and I'm happy for y'all. Happy for France. That you guys, the people who did get a chance to showcase their skills in front of the home crowd, I bet that was actually awesome, and I'm proud of y'all for doing that. Yeah. Oh, we're going to talk about some WWE because WWE is on fire right now, okay? So, let's get into it today, guys. Thank you guys again for tuning in, having some fun with me. Let's talk about, let's start off with, I guess we can go into Team USA basketball because a lot of people are clowning Jayson Tatum and like Tyrese Halliburton for not playing. Even Tyrese Halliburton put on his page like, when you didn't do anything on a group project, but you still got an A, and he's holding his gold medal. And it's funny because like if you can joke with yourself like that, that's cool and it's funny. But really, to be honest, knowing your role, that goes into life. Knowing your role in life, because sometimes at that particular moment, you like. It might not call for you to be the head honcho for that. Okay, so you might have to accept the role that you're given. And Tyrese Halliburton and Jayson Tatum they accepted those roles. Okay, accepting your role and knowing your role in life, it can be hard and frustrating because you feel like not now everybody is only one chair for a head, or the manager or the boss or the person who's in charge. There's only one chair. And so everybody's trying to sit in their chair. Everybody's sitting on the lap of the boss in their chair trying to be like, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes you have to accept that you're not able to sit in that chair. And maybe you have to sit in the chair next to him. Or maybe you have to sit 5 chairs down. You never know. And you have to embrace it. And I love the way Tatum and Halliburton both embrace their roles of, we're not playing, but we're giving our team energy. We're hyping them up. We're on the bench going crazy. What I love for Halliburton and Jayson Tatum both is you never saw them the whole game just sitting down mad. When things got good, they was hyped. They was hyping their team up. They was the first ones jumping up, making sure they got good, like a towel, some water, this and that. Right? They doing everything good as a teammate that you need to do. They wasn't just sitting down. Jayson Tatum easily could have sat down with a towel over his head, pissed off. First team all, I think he was the only player on that squad, first team all NBA. The only player on that squad, first team all NBA. You got Joel Embiid out there. You got Anthony Davis. You got LeBron James. You got Kevin Durant, Steph Curry. You got all these players out here, and Jayson Tatum is the only one that's a first team all NBA, and he's not getting any playtime. So he has a right to be pissed off, but he's not. He has a right to I ain't gonna say act like a child or act like a diva, but that's where it comes down to, acting like a diva, acting like a child, and being pissed because you're not playing. He didn't do none of that. He stood his ground. He's chilled. He he waited his turn. When he did get opportunity, he took advantage of his opportunities. And you can easily be pissed off being in that situation, but he didn't. He knew his role and he played his role correctly, like a lot of people need to do. Some people just don't understand that, and these are professional athletes doing this. Okay, so the people clowning, like, first of all, y'all gotta know it's levels to this shit, and that's in anything in life. But for real, in the Olympics, basketball period, it's levels to this shit. Like, look at, now you might say, well, the last Olympics, Jayson Tatum was a big part. Well, correct. Besides Kevin Durant, nobody else really on that team in that position group was on the Olympics. Like, of course, you had Kevin Durant. You had Kevin Durant, and you had Jayson Tatum, of course. And then you had Draymond Green and Kevin Love. And these are forwards, I'm naming. And then you had Chris Middleton, if you count him as a forward too. You had Bam Adebayo, who still had, and you had Jeremy Grant. All right. So Jeremy Grant, really, Kevin Durant, Jeremy Grant, and Jayson Tatum. Okay. Those are your small forward group list. Now, out of those, of course, we know Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant, but Jayson Tatum easily the best small forward, well, the second best small forward behind Kevin Durant, right? And so with that, that's what got him playing, because Jeremy Grant, good, but you're not better than Jayson Tatum. Draymond Green is a 4 already, and he really don't need to play the 3. So even though he has the size of a 3, he's playing the 4, so he don't even matter. Same with Kevin Love. And Chris Middleton, you can put him at the shooting guard, really. And you can place him in the 3, but you're going to really put him in the shooting guard. So with that, it's like Jayson Tatum was the player either like coming off the bench, and because Kevin Durant was starting, and Jayson Tatum was coming off the bench, and he was relieving, right? Now, you can fast forward to this Olympics, and people are tripping and trashing him, but at the same time, like I said, there's levels to this. You easily got 2 of the best to ever do it at their position group. Not just, like, we're really to ever do it ever in basketball, period. And Kevin Durant and LeBron James. But those are 2 guys in their position group that are the best to ever do it. And so, or 2 of the best to ever do it. And so you look at that, LeBron is starting, Kevin Durant is coming off the bench. Jayson Tatum, unless one of them are getting hurt, foul trouble, or maybe putting you in as a 4 and sliding KD down to that 5, that helps spread the floor out for small ball. If you was doing that, but they're not. They was literally playing position by position, and in that position group, he's the weakest link. And me being a Celtics fan, I'm saying that as Jayson Tatum. It's levels to this shit. So I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure Kevin Durant and LeBron both are not playing in any more Olympics. Now, the 3-on-3 they probably will. Or if I don't think Father Time is catching up to both of those cats anytime soon, Kevin Durant and LeBron. So if they was to play another Olympics, they would be their last Olympics would be the one in LA in 2028. That would be their last Olympics. But I don't think they're gonna. I do think they can play to that time frame, and I think they can play that long. But do I realistically think it's going to happen? No, I don't think it's going to happen. But just knowing that, for my argument right now, of it's levels to this shit when it comes to this basketball, or to the sports period, but it's levels to this. So you got 2 of the best to ever do it in your position group right ahead of you. You probably are not going to make, you're probably not going to get on the floor anytime soon with those 2 guys. But you, like I said, you accepted your role. You got the gold anyway. This is 2 gold medals for Jayson Tatum. And KD just got his 4th. Shout out to KD. Speaking of that, let's do this. Y'all been seeing the LeBron. Woo! All right. All right. Now y'all see the boy KD. Okay. I'm going to put this up there. Okay. So, levels to this shit. First one of the best to ever do it in Bron. Another one of the best to ever do it in the position group in KD. Okay, so yeah, it's levels to this shit, and so I'm actually happy and proud of what Jayson Tatum and Tyrese Halliburton both did, as far as celebrating your teammates, hyping your teammates up, and being there when they call on you. Because it was, I think, the couple of times that Halliburton got in the game and Tatum, and when they called their number, they was there helping and executing. So shout out to y'all, and I'm proud of y'all. Okay. Team USA, they did dodge a couple of bullets. Like, I think the women, they only dodged one bullet, and that was today. Like, they almost lost. They did not almost lose to France. France almost tied it, and they would have won in overtime. USA would have won in overtime. And so the women was already doing good. Team USA men's basketball dodged a couple of bullets, especially that Serbia win. If you was watching that game when they played Serbia, you held your breath the entire game. And I'm talking about the entire game. And that was it's crazy that one man is actually wrecking it was wrecking the whole time. Now, I don't know his name. I want to say Bogdanovic, number 7 from Serbia. I don't know who he is, but if he is not in the league, he should be, because he was spraying it up. And like, this shit was crazy. It was mad wild. I was sitting there dying, like, kind of laughing, like, dude, they might really lose to Serbia. And like, I'm like, that's crazy. It's craziness, right? Shout out to Jokic though, man. Like, you really put your country on your back and almost won it. But you got bronze. Hey, I think this is the first medal for Serbia, period. Bronze, silver, or gold. So that's actually pretty cool. And that's not even cool. That's very cool, because, and people gonna say, well, it's only bronze, but a medal is a medal in the Olympics. A lot of countries don't even have a bronze medal. Serbia didn't even have a bronze medal until they just won it this past Olympics. So a medal is a medal, and it means something. And I think that was kind of cool that you won your country a medal, even though it's bronze. Maybe go for next, I almost say next year. For next Olympics, try to go for silver, try to go for gold. It's possible. It was almost possible this year. All you need is a chance. Okay. So shout out to all those guys. Basketball was fun to watch. Basketball was cool. It was nice. I enjoyed that. Okay. I enjoyed the break dancing in the Olympics. The break dancing was really crazy. I got a video actually of me watching, and it was amazing to see, because I think it's more amazing for somebody that, like, in my age group, where growing up, breakdancing was cool, but it started to fade. So me being, I want to say about 8, 9, 10 years old, growing up and seeing stuff, we didn't see breakdancing. We saw breakdancing fall off more than we saw it actually being performed. And so seeing that people are breakdancing and it's like a sport and it's a thing, it's kind of cool, because I love seeing the style of it. Like, I never got to see the style growing up. And nobody was teaching me how to break dance. Nobody was break dancing. So like, watching this was actually pretty good and cool. Shout out to Shakira Richardson and all the ladies that on the track and field team did y'all thing. That 4x100 was crazy. Shakira took off. That's why she was the anchor. She took off. And those was crazy. But speaking of the 4x100, 4x100 men's team is officially ass, because there is no way you're going to sit here and tell me out of like the past, what, they think they said the past 5 Olympics, 4 times y'all been disqualified for stupid shit. 4 times, bro. And this is my thing. Y'all keep getting disqualified for the same exact thing of like not being able to pass the baton or going too late, going too early. who is the coaches at this point? Because that's literally 2008, from a 2008 Olympics all the way to 2024. We're talking about over 20 years, or over 15 years for sure. Almost 20, but over 15 years of just failing. And it's like, bro, at some point, you got to get new coaches, or you got to get somebody. You got to ask questions, because this makes no sense. Why is the team like this? Like the women's team, literally had exchange after exchange, no problems, and they dog walked that shit, killed it. Right now, I get it. It was a late scratch into the men's. Noah Lyles was actually supposed to compete in the 4x100, but it got a late scratch, and they brought in somebody new. Now, it is an excuse of, well, a late scratch like that, you don't really practice with that person. You're used to practicing with somebody else. I get that a lot. But at the same time, me being a football player and play football, I've always been taught it's next man up no matter what. Now, a lot of people who say next man up kind of go back on their words because they don't want to see the next man in there at all. But when you say next man up, you got to be ready. So you got to practice for that. You should have been practicing that Noah Lyles got hurt. Or you should have been practicing that somebody else got hurt and he had to feel it. Like, you should have been practicing this already. And if you have been practicing, it still failed. At this point, get the women's coach to coach the men, because apparently the men's coaches cannot get it done. And with Noah Lyles I'm glad that Noah Lyles didn't really compete in that, because I think that would have kind of you talk about you getting some heat of the world champions or what? They really would have got on your ass if you was on that. If you was out there on that track and that shit happened while you was on that track, you would have caught all the heat. And what's crazy is you just had a commercial just come out before that shit happened. And so I think that's why. Commercial coming out, you just won the 100. You won, like you was winning, and you already got some medals. I don't think in a world where anything can happen, I think somebody said, "Hey, bro, let's just not run this one. Let's chill. You already got. I don't think you want to do this." Somebody might be looking out for you. Maybe you just didn't want to run it. I don't know. All the conspiracy theories that happen, I love to play into it. I love to dab into it. I love to talk about it. But at the same time, I don't know, bro. I think that, yeah, if Noah Lyles was on that, if he was on that team, if he was on that track when that happened, we would be grilling you. But now he's not, so we just grilling the whole men's track team at this point, just for that performance. Like, what was that? Like, God. Don't know how to take off. Don't know how to pass the baton. I just don't know, man. I was very, 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 very disappointed. I was very disappointed. But other than that, all the rest of the track and field people, good job. Congratulations. Just that 4x100 team. At that point, I need whoever's coaching that team gone. Like, they need to be gone. Because this can't happen, man. This just can't happen repeatedly over and over and over and over and over. Like, come on, man. We got something got to give. Can we at least place? Like, I don't want to see disqualified. I want to see that even if we place 6th, 5th, 7th, like, can we place? Yeah, it's pretty bad. All right, so with the Olympics being over, a lot of, for the basketball team, U.S. men and women's basketball team, WNBA is going to be starting back soon, and those women are going to be coming fresh off of a gold medal, and they're going to be fresh. While the rest of the league is going to be coming back trying to find their rhythm, I think everybody that's played on the Olympic team has their rhythm already in force. Even better, like when you come back from the Olympics, a lot of times you already, whatever sport you're already playing, when you come back from the Olympics, like you are in rhythm and you are like dominant in that sport because you've been doing it. You got the training in. You don't have to train yourself up. Like for the NBA players, the people like LeBron, Steph, KD, Jayson Tatum, Drew Holiday, Derek White, all these guys that was on Team USA, they don't have to come back and, all right, I got to get ready for season mode. Let me start now. No, they already ready. They're going to the gym. They're going to the gym, staying ready because they already ready. They're ready for the season to start now, right? So the season is going to be crazy. WNBA is going to be a wild finish. I see since Asia Wilson and Breanna Stewart and Sabrina, all of them went to overseas. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a New York Liberty and Las Vegas Aces finals again. And I don't know who can take that, but Asia Wilson is ready. Asia Wilson, she's a dominant. Like, you talk about, like, I hate to say the comparison because really it's only one Asia Wilson. She's the Asia Wilson of WNBA. But, like, for the comparison, it's like the Shaq of the WNBA. She's legit Shaq. Double-doubles, block, score you in the paint. She scores at will. She plays great defense. You're not going to score on her in the paint. Like, come on. And to top it off, she's like a funny personality. Just like Shaq. Like, she's hilarious. And then, like, when they won the title and she was drinking that the champagne or the Michelob's they had, I was tripping because I was drinking Michelob too. And I was like, damn, like, maybe I need to drink some more because I want to feel like that. Right? But, yeah, I feel like Aces versus Liberty can be another finals matchup, which would be cool. I also think for the NBA is going to be real cool. What's up, XJ? Everybody who played in Team USA in the Olympics, they're going to have a good season next year. Like, I think, now I will say, Jayson Tatum not playing, Tyrese Halliburton not playing. I wouldn't be surprised if them two have, like, record-breaking seasons. Not because you're, like, okay, let me stop lying. Because you're pissed off. You're pissed off you really didn't play. Out of all the elites that's in from USA, I'd have got no minutes. I'm about to show you why. I'm about to show y'all why why I'm one of the best in the league, Jayson Tatum. I'm about to show y'all why Tyrese Halliburton. I'm one of the best in the league. I'm one of the best point guards in the league. I'm the reason that Indiana got to the Eastern Conference Finals. Even though he got hurt, he's the reason that they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. Jayson Tatum, you and Jaylen Brown, main reasons why y'all got over their hump and got to the promised land and got a chip. They didn't even care that Jaylen Brown was not there, and they didn't even care to invite him. The Celtics and Pacers are going to be they're going to be something to watch because they got two players on each team that are pissed off. The rest of the East is cooked. Celtics might go on a repeat just because of this. Jaylen Brown is pissed off. Jayson Tatum looks happy. He might be pissed off. Derek White's cool. Drew Holiday is cool. They played, but they still gonna be pissed off too. So I say look for that. Okay. With all the talk that I had to hear about well, y'all really didn't play anybody. Patriots got hurt with that. Cavs was hurt. Heat was like, I get that, and I feel bad because I hate when players are hurt. I hate when teams are hurt because I hate that excuse. Well, you only won because somebody was hurt. I hate that. It's supposed to be next man up anyway. Okay, now I get it. That person makes a dramatic difference, which is true, but at the same time, it's supposed to be next man up, and I can't help who we play. I'm not the one making the schedule. I'm not the one doing the seeding. I'm not the one playing the games for those other teams for them to get seeded to where they got seeded. So it's not our fault that we played the injured Cavs, an injured Pacers team, and then we played the Mavericks. Y'all thought the Mavericks was going to do anything. It was going to beat us anyway, and we saw we dominated, right? So I'm tired of hearing that shit, and I'll say this. I'll be on record to say this. I am a Boston Celtics fan. And I'm sitting here telling you today that I want a healthy Bucks team and I want a healthy Heat team in the final or in the playoffs next year. I want to play the Bucks fully healthy, fully ready to go. I want to play the Miami Heat fully healthy, fully ready to go. Because I don't want no excuse. And hopefully when we win, now what's your excuse? When y'all was healthy, y'all ain't maybe had home court advantage. We don't know. What's the problem now? So as a Celtics fan, like I said, I am here, sitting right here, telling you guys, I want the Bucks and Heat, fully healthy teams. I want them both in the playoffs next year. I want to see where we stack up, especially the Bucks. I definitely want to see where we stack up with the Bucks next year. Out of all the teams in the East, every year I'm always scared of the Bucks. I won't lie to you. I'm always scared of the Bucks. I never want to see the Bucks. All right, so with that, I hate hearing that. I also hated hearing like I said earlier when we played the Mavs in the finals, and they're like, "Oh, Luka, the face of the league. He beat Anthony Edwards was the face of the league. Anthony Edwards was the face of the league after the first 2 rounds, and then it became Luka being the face of the league. Like, you skip Jayson Tatum, you skip the real face of the league now in Giannis Antetokounmpo and in Nikola Jokic, and even Joel Embiid, MVPs, right? Y'all pass over them. No, it's Anthony Edwards and it's Luka Doncic that's the face of the league. Okay, whatever. Y'all saying, yeah, I know for a fact Anthony Edwards is him. He's a dog. Okay, Luka, a dog. Somebody that I think is going to come back and show y'all who the fuck he is, Ja Morant. Because before the BS he had with the gun situation and him getting hurt last year, like, dude, Ja was him. Ja is him. Go get a bucket, Ja. That's the words he needs to hear, and it's like, all right, cool. Yeah, Ja was dunking on people like a motherfucker. Now he might not be making them, but he was dunking like a motherfucker on people. He was flashy. He was the person. He went up against the Lakers squad and the Warriors squad and didn't back down. Now they lost in those series, but they didn't back down from those, right? Also played the Timberwolves and beat them in the playoffs. Like, dude, Ja, I feel like everybody forgot who Ja is just because of what kind of just happened the past year and a half with Ja. So a lot of people are really trying to throw him off the cliff, which is beyond me because first of all, he's a kid, man. Like, not a kid like per se, he's immature, like he's young. He's real young. Okay, so when you're young, a lot of stuff that's in life is moving really, really fast, to be honest. I'm 28 years old. I'm supposed to be really responsible adult. Sometimes, man, I still eat Dino Nuggies. Okay, I still eat fruit snacks. All right, I'm 28, still doing this shit. So life moves fast. But at the same time, he's still young and he's still figuring out life. Now he's getting better, he's getting older, he's getting wiser. So he knows a lot of things that goes into it. But I tell you one thing, his game not getting older, right? At least right now. His game getting wiser, but it's not getting older. He's still playing like he's 16, jumping out the gym. 17, 18 years old, jumping out the gym. So I think Ja comes back, and he's going to show y'all who the fuck he is. You want to say, oh, literally at one point, people were screaming Ja being the face of the league, the new face. He's the face of the league. The league's in good hands with Ja. Ja got it. Now he's the last person y'all talk about. I literally saw some people from other podcasts, top 10 point guards they're going to watch and who's going to make an impact in the league. Ja's name was not on their list. Nobody's list. Ja's name was not on nobody's list. And that's crazy disrespectful. And it's crazy maddening because Ja has put a lot of asses in seats to watch him. Ja makes you believe that the Grizzlies are a great team. I still think they're a good team regardless. But he makes you think they're a fantastic team. Ja Morant makes you think that the Grizzlies are going to win the West. Even though he said that, what did he say that bullshit some years ago? I'm not worried about the West. I mean, I love it because let me tell y'all something now. If Anthony Edwards say that same shit, y'all going to hype it up. Y'all killed Ja. Now at the time, it's two different things. At the time Ja said it, they haven't won really anything yet. Versus if Anthony Edwards say it right now, you've proven that you can get there. So I believe that statement is bold and it's true. But at the same time, you can't be wishy-washy like that. If Anthony Edwards say the same thing now, I'm not worried about anybody in the West. Clown him too, like y'all tried to clown Ja. Ja was just confident. Ja was just confident in his work and his work ethic and his team. So I can't wait for Ja to come back and, like I said, show y'all who the fuck he is, because he gonna come back with a vengeance and he's gonna be doing like Jayson Tatum. I said Jayson Tatum, Tyrese Halliburton will come back pissed off because they didn't really play that much in the Olympics. Watch Ja come back and like, okay, I'm not facing the league. Okay, I'm not a top point guard in y'all. Okay, cool. Watch this. So I can't wait to see that happen. Okay. NFL. The NFL is officially back. The NFL is officially back. Okay. I mean, I can't wait for the. I just can't wait for it to be underway. Okay, right now it's hold on. Right now it's all the preseason games, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I've been missing it. So I'm watching all these preseason games. Right. Actually, I'm watching the preseason game right now. Cowboys versus who they're playing, the Rams. Yeah, it's crazy. Damn. Yeah, this is a crazy game. Until I say from now, week 1 of the preseason, all the way into week 5 of the regular season, that's your Delulu stage for everybody. Okay, and what I mean by that is everybody think they're gonna go all the way. Every team. The Vikings think they're going to go all the way. The Raiders think they're going to go all the way. Titans fan, we think we're going to go all the way. We all think like that until about week 5, and then we know where we're going to actually be at, right? But because I say that and I'm in my Delulu stage, I'm going to say the Titans look fucking fantastic, man. Look, our additions are real great. I think our defense, well, even though we didn't have all of our starters really play much, our defense can do a little bit more tune up. Versus, as far as when I say that, it's like, I guess it's just like, not giving up third down conversions, okay? And that's something that's an easy fix, because I'm looking at this defense now. They are swarming to the ball from the starter all the way to the person who is on the 5th on the depth chart. They are swarming to the ball. Swarming. And, dude, I'm so excited for this season to happen. I think, I can't wait. Bro. Like I said, the Lulu stages, Titans are going to be a problem in the NFL next year. A problem. We got a 2-headed monster back there in the backfield. Even though we lost one of the greatest, we still got a 2-headed monster back there. With Derrick Henry. See, look, I missed him already. With Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears. They are going to light it up. Dude, Will Levis only had a few pass plays, and they look good. He ran the ball and got clocked and got back up going. I love to see that. I love to see our starters playing, because that lets me know you take it serious. This is why I was jealous of the Kansas City Chiefs for so long, because I'm watching every year, because my wife is a Chiefs fan, so I'm watching the preseason games with her. You know, especially if they're like yesterday, how the Titans and Chiefs played at the same time, we kind of pick one. And yesterday we watched the Titans game. And so, but usually they're playing at different times. So anytime I'm watching the Chiefs play in the preseason, I get jealous, man, because I'm looking at Patrick Mahomes play in preseason games, and I sit there and say, this is why y'all gonna always win. Because look at this. This is the first preseason game. Patrick Mahomes, we know who Patrick Mahomes is. We don't need you to play the preseason, but you do it anyway just to get in rhythm, to get your feet wet, to get in tune with your receiver. Even and you're mostly playing sometimes with your second string receivers, to get in tune, let them know what's going on. That's how you win championships. Andy Reid is a genius, and that's why I'm glad that Brian Callahan did the same thing. He played the starters, and the starters played. Got your feet wet. You got in rhythm. You got hit. Like Will Levis getting his bell rung a little bit. Yeah, that hurts. But getting your bell rung by somebody at practice is way different than somebody in a game that don't know you, that don't care for you, that don't like you, and is trying to kill you, right? So that is a big difference. And I'm happy that we did that. Okay. Before I talk about these last 10, 15 minutes of the talk podcast, hold on right quick. Oh. Y'all know what he did. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. Y'all know what he did. Y'all know exactly what he did. Put them boys to sleep, Steph. All right. So, yeah. This podcast is going to be so fun and funny to watch because I know y'all just going to be like, this motherfucker really wore 3 jerseys this whole podcast. Yes, I did. Slim, King, Chef. Let's get back to it. Okay. Speaking of that, for somebody who is like Kevin Durant, a Washington fan, like my stepdad, who's a Washington fan, and ironically, my 5-year-old daughter is a Washington Commanders fan. Okay, if you're a Commanders fan, you should be happy with what you saw yesterday. Jaden Daniels, oh my God! Now, let's calm down. I know. It's only preseason, so don't get too hyped. But why not? Why not get hyped? Like, why not get hyped? Because I'll get hyped. Shit. Jaden Daniels looks fucking fantastic. He looks like he's going to come into the league and shred the shit up. And, dude, all the rookie quarterbacks are looking fantastic. Bo Nix looked good today. Jaden Daniels looked good yesterday. Drake May. Dude, Joe Milton is going to come for Drake May's job. Now, it might not be week 1. It might not be week 5. It might not even be this season, maybe. But I'm going to tell you right now, if we go into week 8 and Drake May only won 2 games, they're going to be screaming Joe Milton. And even if you win, so if Drake May wins 2 games out of 8 and Joe Milton comes in and wins 2 out of the last 7 or 8 or 9, you're going to looking like, well, they both only won 2 games. But you're going to look at Joe Milton's games and be like, well, if we would have had him in, we could have won more. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't win with the fans. You can't win with the media. So you got to just go with the flow. But every rookie quarterback is looking real good. Caleb Williams is even looking good. I want to hate on Caleb Williams so bad, but I can't. He looks very good. He looks great. Looks fantastic. That's what Heisman Trophy does sometimes. I don't know for sure, but does the Bears play Washington this year? Because Heisman versus Heisman Trophy will be crazy to watch. Jaden Daniels versus Caleb Williams will be crazy to watch. I need to check on that schedule and make sure that they are doing that. I do that as I'm talking about the next team. Because the next thing, and probably the final thing we're going to talk about, is the WWE. Dude, WWE is on fucking fire right now. Roman Reigns came back on Friday Night Back. He came back on SummerSlam. Right, this Civil War, Bloodline Civil War, is going to be one of the best things one of the best crazy stories in sports ever. The Bloodline Civil War is going to be one of the craziest storylines ever because they played it very Triple H is doing a hell of a job right now. From taking over, it's a lot of shoes to fill if you think about it, because we're talking about years of entertainment, years of stories, years of all of this, and he's taking it and crushing it and going crazy, right? But I think you played it very well. One thing about it is we know that we know for a fact that the Bloodline Civil War is the storyline that we're waiting on, the storyline that we know it's coming and we're waiting to witness it. But it's going to be the talk of the WWE until WrestleMania is over. But the way you did Gunther winning the World Heavyweight title from Damian Priest, that is a storyline within itself that you can promote and do, and actually helped promote alongside the Bloodline Civil War. Also with the Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan thing, Dom choosing Liv Morgan at the end of that match. Dude, it's so many storylines that it's so many. Okay, let me say this. It's so many storylines that it helps distract us from the Bloodline Civil War, because you can't just go. I mean, you can do Bloodline Civil War every week, week by week by week by week. You're leading up to it, but it's good to see these other storylines develop, like the Gunther and I think Randy Orton storyline is going to be kind of cool. Damian Priest is going to go on a rampage right now. Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley are going to go on a rampage right now. That's going to be something to watch. Okay, dude. It's so many storylines that I can't just pick one and go with it. And so I think the WWE are doing a fantastic job. Triple H is doing a fantastic job when it comes to planning out these things, because this is something that really you have about 5 storylines to where it's going to lead up to WrestleMania, that each match at WrestleMania is important and we have to watch it. It's not no bullshit of, oh, this just started maybe 2 months ago or 2 weeks ago and it made it to WrestleMania. No, this is months in advance, and they can play a big part in WrestleMania, as far as every match in WrestleMania can be very important because of the storyline that's going on. And this is crazy. And I love it. I fucking love it. With John Cena retiring at the end of WrestleMania and all this shit going on, I am watching and I am paying attention to wrestling and I'm having fun with it. And this is going to be something to watch. Truly something amazing to watch. Okay? It makes me feel like a kid again. Like I said at one time, it makes me feel like a fucking kid again, and I feel so happy. I remember when I was literally a kid, 9, 10 years old, 11 years old, wrestling with my pillows. Have y'all ever wrestled when y'all was kids and y'all watch wrestling? Did y'all ever wrestle with y'all pillows, and then like you slamming it, you doing all these moves, the pillow counters you somehow, and you pinning the pillow, and you got 1, 2, and the pillow counts up, kicks out of the 3 count. Yo, imaginations back then used to be wild. I used to have a big one. Okay, I'm like, I think I actually lost a match to my pillow, just to say I'm not perfect. So I got like a 201 record versus my pillow. All right. Shout out to Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson plays for the University of Alabama. Quarterback. He's second or third string on there. He is from West Tennessee, Martin Westview. I remember when I played Martin Westview when I was in high school. Played him in spring ball one year, and I played him in the regular season one year. Shout out to you, Ty, man. It's good to see people from West Tennessee doing good, and actually, like, you're doing fantastic, man. University of Alabama is crazy, and you defeating the odds, and you got there, and I'm proud of you, man. I'm going to be watching you this season. I know you're not going to really play much unless some injuries happen, which I don't pray for injuries. I hate when injuries happen, because I want to see players, especially me being a former athlete myself, and still I play some basketball, football here and there. I hate to see injuries, because it sucks, man. I know injury sucks, and I hate to see them on it. So I don't pray for any injuries on anybody, but I do want to see you get your shot, and I think you can execute it. And I'm gonna tell you something crazy. The reason I found you was because you were top 5 in Heisman voting on my junior year NCAA. Okay, so I saw your name, and I saw you was from. They said you was from Tennessee, and I looked more on it. Martin, Tennessee, Martin Westview. I was like, oh man, that's cool. Like, they added this to the game. Looked them up on Google. It's a real person, real dude. I fucks with you, Ty. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Squid Game. If you're a Squid Games fan, December 26th, Squid Games 2. Season 2 is coming out, baby. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I was trying to be all big and bad. My wife's watching it. I ain't gonna watch it. Dude, I watched the first episode of Squid Game. I watched that whole series in 2 days. Like, it didn't take me that long, man. As soon as I got in, I was grasped. I was ready to. I was loving it, right? So yeah. Shout out to Squid Games. Can't wait till December 26th. December 26th. Put that in your calendar. December 26th, the day after Christmas. Guess what? He gonna be watching that, because I'm gonna be watching basketball all Christmas Day. It's gonna be a football game to come on too. Okay, and then that midnight, technically the 26th. I'm pretty sure they're gonna come out at midnight. We're gonna start Squid Game season 2. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see what it's about. I want to see what the storyline goes into. That's going to be really crazy. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for 16 episodes and counting. Episode 16. This is crazy. I appreciate everybody for fucking with me. I appreciate everybody for watching. I appreciate everybody for engaging. Okay, it ain't gonna be too long to where you looking up and you be like, oh man, I remember when episode 1 or episode 5, episode 10. You know what I'm saying? Now, like, I can't wait for that. And so, thank you guys again. I had fun. Olympics is over. Today's was the last day. They're doing the closing ceremony. Olympics is going to be gone until 2028, which 2028 in LA. Hopefully by the time 2028 comes, this podcast has taken off, and I would be able to be there, because that would be cool. Thank you guys again. Thank you for tuning in. Talking 100 podcast. Always remember, we spell talk with the 1 instead of an L, because on this podcast we always keep it 100. All right. Thank you guys so much. Love y'all. See y'all later.